Okay, you're with Lydia Ko after her final round at the Pelican Women's Championship. Can you just sort of recap your week for us here and tell us how it helped you prepare for next week, which is the big one?
Yeah, I don't think any part of my game was like very sharp this week, so I just don't think I ever got off to like a good momentum. But even though it wasn't like a lot of like great shots, I feel like I was still able to kind of have it together. And if I did make a bogey, I was able to come back. So yeah, I think there's still a lot of positives. It's always nice to finish the season. A couple weeks where I can drive straight from my house in Orlando and to finish off the season. And just I guess the probably the biggest correlation is just getting used to the types of the grass and the greens, with both weeks being Bermuda. I think the course layout is quite different, but there is always things to learn from. And the course here this week, especially after the rain, it's been in such good shape that no matter how you're playing. It's always nice to play at, golf courses where they're super excited to have us here, and, the course is in good shape for us to, try and roll some putts in here and there.
Any parts of your game in particular you plan on working on sharpening up for next week?
I think, just overall it wasn't like awesome, but it might be that I could be referencing it off from Korea where like mostly everything was good. I think my iron game wasn't super sharp, so I didn't set up myself a lot of birdie opportunities, and when I did have them I didn't really make many, and my driver was like okay, and this golf course I feel like is pretty forgiving off the tee, so even if I hit like missed shots, I probably got away with some where it wouldn't be the case in some other golf courses. So hopefully it's kind of a good warm up for next week, and no matter what, it's been a fun season, and I'm excited for next week to start and also for Sunday to come around as well.
Last question for me. With some awards within your reach, season-ending awards, is that something you think about, focus on, or you just play as if everything's normal?
I think when I'm out there playing, I just want to shoot the best and lowest score I can. On days like today where it is a little bit windier, I'm like scrambling myself and trying to post a good score. And I feel like all those awards and season-ending stuff, they are very secondary. And if I play well and somebody else plays better and they win all or some or whatever, like that's totally out of my hands. And I think. There are so many players, obviously, that's quite close with all of those, like, player of the year, VAR, and all of that. So it's not just about me. So I just want to focus on my game and, have a good week next week. And if I'm holding a couple trophies or one trophy or no trophy, I think those trophies will be like an added bonus more than anything.
For those of us who saw you 10 years ago, seeing that power baby fade again kind of brings a tear to the eye. Is that something that you've been working on, and are you comfortable with that shot shape again?
Yeah, I think when I was an amateur, I played like almost down the middle of the fairway, and it did fade a little bit more then. But I think that's kind of been the strategy, is like trying to go where it's the widest part of the fairway, and then if I get a little draw or a little fade, like that's not real. It's not the end of the world because I'm trying to hit to that big fat part. Yeah, I think I'm just trying to be like very neutral out there, not trying to create this shot or that shot. I just notice that when sometimes I do see like a slinging draw or like a big cut, I think that's when I get more manipulative and like it's not as free. So I'm just trying to go like day by day. Some days I like hit draws and I'm like totally fine with it, and some days like I hit a fade and I'm fine with that too. So I think I've been doing a better job of like when things are coming down the stretch, or things are more in the line, to just trust it and trust my training, and hit aggressive shots, and what happens outside of that is kind of, you hope for the best, but what happens out of that, I can't do much about it. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Hey, thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Yeah.